want to take a few minutes here before we get into the document, to just talk to you guys a little bit about, the mindset necessary to become an entrepreneur. Right now, you have made a decision to become an entrepreneur, or you're already an entrepreneur with us, and we're continuing that education for you, as a new or existing entrepreneur, or maybe you're an entrepreneur from, another business, and this is just a new venture that you're learning. I can tell you guys that as an entrepreneur, we're wired differently. Business owners, entrepreneurs are wired differently. I mean, think about it. They're probably wired the opposite of most everyone else, because an entrepreneur and a business owner, those are typically the folks that an employee works for, or if somebody's self-employed, well, I work for myself. Well, an entrepreneur doesn't only work for themselves. They lead people. They have other people. They give instruction and teaching and coaching to other people they work with, or other people that work for them. So you're in a situation now where the first thing we want to help you do, as an entrepreneur, is we want to help you guys learn the mindset necessary of an entrepreneur. And guess what? It's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing thing. How many of you guys have noticed that, certain things in your life, you learn, you thought you got it, but you just learn things new about it every single day, such as communication, such as relationships, such as women, such as, you will never figure that one out, such as men, such as relationships, back to relationships, okay, such as, things like that. Well, entrepreneurship is one of those topics. It's one of those topics that's always evolving, it's always changing, because the world is always evolving and always changing. And if you as an entrepreneur are not evolving and changing, you go out of business. So there's something, ongoing education is going to be a critical component, critical aspect of what we do. And one of the things that becoming a new entrepreneur, you've made a choice. When you look at entrepreneurship, you can start a traditional business, you can start a franchise, you can leverage another company system. You guys chose a model where you're leveraging another company system. You chose direct sales. And in this industry, there's some massive advantages. There's some massive advantages. But your advantages are also sometimes your disadvantages. When you start a traditional business, 9 out of 10 fail in their first 3 years. Has anybody ever started a traditional business that's failed before? I have. Anyone else? Yeah, there we go. 9 out of 10 fail in their first 3 years. Most of them are financed by the bank, or if they can't get the money from the bank, they're financed by anybody? Friends and family. Friends and family. So do the math on this. 9 out of 10 times, somebody's got to go to, holiday, or go to, some sort of holiday dinner, and all the family's there, and grandma's like, oh, pass me the turkey and my $50,000 you owe me. 9 out of 10 times. Now the reason for most of those failures are because there's just not a system. There's no system. You got to create the system. You got to think of a system. Nobody's ever going to help you, because who's going to help you? Your competitors? Nobody's going to teach you how to compete with them. So a lot of people turn to franchising. Major upside of franchising is they're going to teach you what to do. Do this, do this, do this, do this. Don't deviate. In fact, if you deviate, they fine you. You deviate too many times, they yank your subway away from you. You're done. No more subway. We keep your money. Which is good, because you'll follow the system with $250,000 on the line, $500,000 on the line, $1 million on the line. But there's a big problem with franchising for the average person. Anybody want to guess? Way too expensive. You're paying, to leverage their system. It's extremely expensive. In the direct selling world, it's a low barrier to entry. So that's the best thing about it. It's a low barrier to entry. You're partnered with people that have a stake in your future. You're financially connected. You're financially tied together. If you are unsuccessful, they are unsuccessful. If you are successful, they're successful. How many of you guys believe that the person and the people that you're going to be working with want you to be successful? How successful do they want you to be? Insanely successful. Because their success is tied to your success. And just like your success will be tied to your team's success. So they want you to be successful. They're going to teach you, they're going to mentor you, they're going to coach you, they're going to guide you, we're going to give you a roadmap, okay? But here's the downside. Downside is, it's a low barrier to entry. You did not put, thank you very much, partner, you did not put 100 grand on the line. A couple $100, $1,000. If you had $500,000 on the line, how many of you guys would show up tomorrow, ain't to faint, to make sure that you got your $500,000 out, right?
That's right.
But you don't. That's a good thing. But you don't. That's a bad thing. Because the skin that you don't have in the game, for a lot of you, is going to, it's going to cause you to treat this like a hobby as opposed to like a business. And I want you guys to know that's okay for some of you, as long as your expectation, here's the key, as long as your expectation matches your work. If your expectation here is, you know what,